This video is for those people who are freshers who just graduated from their college and are looking for a job. You tried applying to various job portals, Naukri, Indeed, tried DMing people, but it didn't work out for you. If you are in this situation, then this video is for you. In this video, I will explain you how I got a job just by mailing people. For a little context, I'm 22 years old from India. I graduated from BCom, which is one of the most commoditized stream in India. I create content on Instagram and write blogs on Substack. This is my account for those who want to check out. And right now, I'm working in a full-time position and as digital marketing executive at digital marketing agency, and I landed that job through cold email. I've tested this and I know that it works. In this video, I will show you the exact cold email that got replies from company, the cold email that got me interviews and eventually got me hired. In this process, I will also share with you my resume, my portfolio, and how do I find companies to mail them. So without further ado, let's get started. You're probably in this situation. You tried waiting for a placement from the college or institution. You tried Naukri, Indeed, Monster, Local Jobs, Sapna Jobs, Work India, Internshala, and many more. But you ended up with shitty offers, labor shift work hours, or good job offers where you'll have to travel 4 hours a day. And I hate traveling, so of course I didn't choose any. This was me before I started cold DMing people for job. After that, I sent 8 emails. I got 2 people to reply to me, and I got hired in the first round of the very first interview, very first job interview that I ever gave in my life. This is the exact message that I got from the founder when I missed the first time he called me. You see, with this method, you are showing initiative. By cold mailing people, you are showing people that you are interested in their company, in working with them. And if you are any good enough, people will be ready to hire you. The reason why these job sites like Naukri, Indeed, Monster, they all don't work is because you have high standards, and there is nothing wrong with that. You want normal working hours, good salary, good environment. And trust me, such companies do exist. And the reason you cannot find them is because the hiring managers of such company cannot see your personality through your job portals. So you need to take control in your hands. You need to show your personality, your skills. You need to showcase yourself. Only then will such A players hire you. Good talk, Kunal, but how do I do that? That's exactly what we'll start in this section. So I divided the entire part in 3 sections. First is resume. It's a common sense that if you are applying for a job, then you need a good resume. If your resume is not good, if it is not ATS friendly, for those who don't know what is ATS, it's basically applicant tracking system. It's an automated system that crawls through all the resumes of the applicants and then shortlists the ones which actually align with the company's requirements. So if a resume is not ATS friendly, then it will never be shortlisted. Second, it should contain your achievements and abilities. So it's such a simple thing, but I've seen a lot of people not following this. And third, and this is probably the most important part of building a resume, do not use Canva. I do not hate Canva, in fact I'm a pro user, but most of the templates that are available in the Canva are not ATS friendly. And if they are not ATS friendly, then you will never be shortlisted. Now there are a lot of templates that are ATS friendly, but I personally wouldn't waste time finding ATS friendly templates on Canva. Instead, use a Google Doc, write up your resume, keep it as simple as possible, also including all the keywords in the job description. If you need a detailed guide on how I made my resume, then comment the word resume or DM me resume, and I will consider creating an entire video. Now the next section is portfolio. The people who are reading your portfolio are the ones who are actually impressed by your resume. In your resume, you'll have a lot of creative restraints, but in portfolio, you can get as creative as you want it to be. In fact, I would recommend you to be as creative as you can. It should show your personality, and most importantly, it should be easy to scan it. The main goal of the portfolio is to build trust and authority with the hiring manager. Even if you are a beginner, you can do that. If you want a detailed guide on my portfolio, then comment or DM and I'll consider creating a video on that. I'll show you my resume. This is my resume. I'll give you a link in the descriptions. It is as simple as I can keep it. No design. I didn't even include a photo of mine. Simple professional summary, educational background, work experience, certifications. Now, if you see my work experience, I didn't just include what I did. I also included as many details as possible. This acts as a differentiating factor, especially if you are working in a field that requires you to perform well. In case of marketing, people won't judge you how good your theory is, but what they need to understand is can you bring results. So result-based descriptions are actually very important in a resume. Next is certifications. So I did a lot of certifications and courses, and in fact, these are just a handpicked few of the dozen courses that I've actually done in life. Next up is achievements. So this is probably the most important section in your resume because up until now, all the sections are common in everywhere. But your achievements and leadership, they will be different because they are basically one-liner story of what you've done in your life till now. Now, if you are a fresher and college student just starting out, then you won't probably have a lot of professional achievement, but instead what you can actually do is show up the achievements of your college life. And if you are in the third year of your college, then you should start noting all the achievements that you had till now. And if you are just starting your college, then you should focus on achieving as many achievements as you can. In the first year of my college, I became a member of students council. Eventually I became general secretary in the second year, and I was that for 2 consecutive years. So as a GS, I had to lead multiple committees, clubs, events. I organized a lot of events, so I could include that in my achievements and leadership section. Now, this may or may not help you in getting a job, but it will actually help you differentiate from the ocean of applicants. I mean, if you just show that you did PR outreach to more than 10 colleges, it implies that you have great communication skills. If I was the coordinator of an event, then that shows that I was a leader. I was an excellent leader. That's the reason why they made me recognized with Outstanding Performance Award, Best Organizer Award. Like, these are the awards. You cannot buy that out. I grew an Instagram theme page to 70,000 followers with social media marketing. So your achievements section can or cannot be related to what you are applying for. But I would highly recommend you to add it because in the end, the person on the other side of the table is just another person. Humans like connecting with other humans. If all you ever show in your profile is that you're a workhorse, you will be treated like one. Show your versatile experience. And the reason we are doing this is because we do not want to show that we are desperate. We need to show that we have an excellent profile. By showing this, you will build immense confidence in yourself, and the person on the other side would want you because you're not just all talk or all theory, you've actually done things in your life. And if you are someone who doesn't have achievements, then I will actually recommend you to start journaling because it's really very hard for me to imagine that a person would not have any achievements. Even if you were a volunteer in some NGO or organization or even a club of your college, you should include that. And if you think you really haven't done anything yet, then start doing something. Start a certification course, register in an NGO. This will actually help you in a job if you are a normal person like me. But if you are someone who is actually a genius in what you do, then you probably won't need this. But having this will actually make an impact on the other person. And last comes the key skills. The reason why we include these key skills is because it helps the ATS bot to actually understand what you know, what you can do. And they will match this with the job description and analyze if you are a perfect fit. If a lot of these skills and the JD's skills match, then you will be shortlisted. So next up is my portfolio. I'll show you my portfolio. Your portfolio can be very simple. It's entirely up to you. I didn't go a creative route. So basically this is my portfolio. In the very first page, I highlighted my achievements. I got an Instagram account with more than 1 lakh followers combined on IG. I generated $5,000 sales with my IG and I delivered record low ad costs. So if you're not in marketing, then you probably won't understand this. Highlights are like the creamy layer of milk. They are basically the best achievements of your entire achievement list. But make sure whatever that you put in a portfolio can be backed by you. Employers will do background checks on you. So I included my journey. It basically helps you connect with the interviewer and they can ask you many questions, and the longer that they entertain you in the interview, the higher the chances you have to cracking the job. Next up is my proven results. Now what I actually did here was link up a case study. So a person comes to my resume, they go to my portfolio, and in my portfolio I have linked proof docs. What these proof docs exactly are is basically case study of what I did and how I did that. Because I've done a lot of things and it's not possible to include everything in just one doc. So I included proof doc. Other things I do, this is basically just like to connect with the person. You can or cannot include that, it's all up to you. So These are the brands that I worked with during my internships. I've included their logos. Do not include any fake detail, and if you do include, make sure that you can back it up. Anyhow, I don't know, don't ask me how. So how I worked, it's basically I set some standards for myself. So when the interviewer reads this, he can understand my clear expectations and what he can expect from me. The most important thing throughout this entire process is to keep your confidence high. If you do not think that you are worth getting a job, then you won't get a job. You need to think that you deserve to be paid blank amount of your desire, and you can only get that if you think you are worthy of it. There's entire neuroscience behind this. Now, how can I help your business? Actually, the portfolio that I'm showing you right now is something that I made when I wanted to start freelancing. Testimonials are important because these can be the people they cross-check with. Let's talk growth. Like I said, it was made for business people. These are my proof docs. Entire process. It's very difficult to include all of my achievements in one portfolio. So I had to create these proof docs. So you get the gist of how your portfolio should be structured. Next step is outreach. Now, if you have your resume and you have created your portfolio, the next step is to outreach. Now we will reach out to brands or the companies that you want to work with. Now choose a platform. It can be LinkedIn, or you could directly email them. Email is what I did, so this is what I will explain you. And next, you can also use social media like Instagram or Facebook. I personally haven't tried this, or haven't heard a lot of people try this, so I cannot say whether this will work or not. But it's 2025, there's no harm in trying anything new. Next up is how will you choose which companies to work for. So first go to Google Maps and search up the kind of company you want to work with. So let's say I want to work for marketing agencies, so I'll type marketing agency near me. You can choose basically any company that you want. Let's say I want to work for Bricks Media. I clicked on their profile, on their website. You can see that they have hiring section in here. Most of the websites, they will be named as careers section. So you can go there, and even if they do not have hiring or career section, we can still get a job. You see, most of these websites, they would have their mail. So copy paste their mail, make a list and save it up somewhere. Create a list of at least 10 to 15 email of the companies that you want to work with. Next up, we will go up with drafting the message. Go to their website, look for careers page, apply directly on their careers page. You can do that, but I wouldn't recommend you to do that. And even if you want to do that, you can do this and directly apply through mail too. Like double the chances. It's all just a game of numbers. The most important question is, how do you write the email? I will share this doc with you. Before I show you how do I write the email, I will show you the exact mail that I used. I think it should be visible properly. Oh yes, it is. So this is basically a screenshot of the mail that I sent to get a job. So I hit the mail. And this is dear Prismatic team. I'm Kunal, BCom graduate. Get straight to the point. Do not fluff anything. Okay. While writing the mail, the most important thing will be your subject line. You should spend at least 70% of your time perfecting the subject line. Because if they don't read your subject line, they won't even read your mail. Your mail should be simple. You should get to the point straight away, and you should show them why they should care about giving you a chance. You see, while writing this, you can see my style. If you know how I write, then you'll notice that this email shows my personal style. I like to sound smart, so this is what I did here in the postscript. If you're still reading this, I did my job right. It basically implies that I'm skilled, and I know that I'm skilled. And if you're reading in till here, even you'll know that I am skilled. A lot of people won't read a mail, but the person who does, they will be impressed by this. So this is the exact ChatGPT prompt that I used. So if you directly go to ChatGPT and just tell it to write a great subject line, it will give you generic response. So this prompt is divided basically in two parts. First is to get context about you, the position that you're looking for, and all that related stuff, So instructions for getting a killer email plus subject line. So first you will give context about yourself, about the company that you want to work with, your role for what you are applying, your core skills, your key achievements. This actually helps you write email perfectly and hit the pain points of the person looking to hire. Because if they weren't in pain, they wouldn't think about hiring anyone. So you need to position yourself as their painkiller. And trust me, every company has pain. So you need to hit that. Everyone is hiring. You just haven't found their pain for which they would want to hire you. So include your tone. This actually is very important because you should not be afraid to show your personality. They can find 100 other talents, but if your personality is culture fit, they will hire you over anyone else. Now this is the exact prompt that I used. I want to email dash 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 to consider and notice why blah 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 blah. You compile your info in here and then you just input it into the prompt. So basically it will give you a great subject line. It may or may not give you a great response. So what you actually need to understand is you should have expected and something unexpected in your email. Now when I say about expected, if I'm looking to join a marketing agency, then I need to talk about marketing. So what does leading people writing SEO blogs and generating rupees 40 CPL ads have in common? Me. I am talking about marketing while I'm also including unrelated stuff. Leading people writing SEO blogs and 40 CPL. If you see this clearly and if you are a marketing student, then you would know that leading people writing SEO blogs and 40 CPL, like these are entirely different things. CPL ads, they have to do with paid marketing. SEO blogs is basically SEO and leading people is basically under soft skills. So what I'm actually showing the recruiter is that my soft skills, my SEO skills and my paid skills, they are all great. If you read from in here to here, you'll see that what does leading people writing SEO blogs and generating 40 CPL ads have in common. So what I'm actually doing is creating a question hook in their mind. This actually creates curiosity. Like, is this guy bullshitting me or is it actually true? Now the tone of my writing was authoritative and a bit arrogant of getting straight to the point. Like I didn't want to waste their time or my time. And I always wanted to attract a company that would actually reward ambition. So while writing through the mail, I knew that I cannot be humble while writing this because that's not who I am and I do not want to portray that I am humble just to get a job. Like that's what losers do. Do not try to fit in the mold. Now that you got the mail, now that you understand the thinking behind the mail, let's get started. This is going to be the foundational section. You see, no matter how great you write your email or how great you structure your resume or portfolio, it won't work. It won't work if you are not good. If you are just another average guy, then you need to show that you are not average. Doesn't mean that you'll lie on your resume because even if you did get job, you'll eventually be caught. Do not lie on your resume. I wouldn't recommend that because if you were tested on that, maybe you'll fold. If you want to get hired and if you want this process to work, then you need to be so good that you cannot be ignored. You need high level skill set. You need high level hard skills, soft skills. You need to be able to lead people, communicate with people. Because once you get into corporate environments, you will be dealing with people constantly. So one of the most important things will be your communication skills. If you want people to throw money at you, you need to be undeniable. You need to have a proof of work. You need to show them the benefit they get by hiring you. People don't want just another person to sit on the chair. They want a person who can solve their problems. You need to understand their pain points and solve them. For like in marketing, if they're hiring for content writer, that means their content sucks. And that is the reason why they're hiring for content writer. Let's say in accounts, if they're hiring people for accounts, that means they do not have enough manpower to keep their business running. So by joining them, will actually help them run their business smoothly. Now, finding the pain points and solve them is a bit difficult to do in the big companies and corporations. If the manager is not the owner, then he won't care about the business. What he actually cares about is his salary. Whenever you try to email people, always try to find the leaders. How do you do that? Once you find the company that you want to work with, go to LinkedIn, search for the name of the company and go to people section. You will actually find people who are working in the company that you want to work for. You can go through their profile and see what is their position, whether they are the founder, co-founder, CEO, CMO and all that. You have more chances of getting reply from a CEO than a hiring manager. The process is very simple, but it's not easy because you need to become someone that people want, and you do that by working on yourself. That is the reason why self-development and self-improvement is basically the base of everything that you do in life. The reason why people in India are unemployed is because it's not because there are no jobs in India, it's that people are not employable. They lack hard skills, they lack soft skills, and then bitch about economy and job markets. What they don't realize that if you're really good at what you do, people will come finding you. We just need to be in the right place. Now I'm not discounting the fact that there are a lot of great people who don't have a job, but the reason because they don't have a job is because they are not good at marketing themselves. So no matter what field you're in, you need to learn to market yourself. You need to learn to sell yourself. And it's okay if you're not good at your craft or your skills or marketing yourself. You need to get good at it. You just need self-awareness. If you are self-aware that you need to improve something, eventually you will. So that's it. The process is not difficult. The difficult thing is to become valuable enough to be wanted by the companies. By the end of this video, you should actually know how to write resume, how to build your portfolio, and how to find companies to work with. But if you still want videos on how I built my resume, my portfolio, proof of docs, then comment down below or DM me on Instagram. And if there are people interested, then I will consider creating a video in future. You will get the link to my resume, my portfolio in the description of this video. So check it out. If you found this valuable and if you want me to personally help you, then you can always DM me. It will be for free, of course. Like this video, subscribe my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.